Hi, welcome to the Cook's Domain. Today I'm going to do a tutorial on how to cook a great omelette. This preparation has other names for some reason around the world. The Americans call it a French omelette. That's to distinguish it from what they call a country omelette, which is the kind of omelette I think most people cook, which is quite brown and spotty on the outside, and the egg has been cooked quite well done. So I'm going to do this because it gives me the opportunity to talk a little bit about eggs. If you're the kind of person who likes eggs, like scrambled eggs, like soft-boiled eggs, poached eggs, for example, then this is going to be a great recipe for you. And if you've never had an omelette like this, it's going to change your life because I think it's amazing. If you like hard-boiled eggs and you like the scrambled eggs almost rubbery, then this isn't for you. I don't agree, or I don't like that preparation. It's like having a well-done fillet steak for me. You've just ruined the egg. You've just cooked the album way too far. It turns it rubbery, it turns it dry, and it doesn't taste very nice, and has very little flavor. I've noticed that, the longer you cook an egg. So this is a tutorial on how to cook a great omelette that's silky, velvety, full of flavor. It's the kind of omelette you'd probably get served in a top-class hotel restaurant, or even in a really nice place that cooks a breakfast, for example. With some of these expensive places in central London, and I'm sure other places around the world. I'm not saying that mine is particularly good. I've been practicing it for years and years and years, and I'm always critical. Jacques Pepin, a great chef, said that whenever he would hire a new chef into his restaurant, he would always ask them to cook an omelette, and that's how he would judge their cooking skills. So it's a very difficult thing to do, in my opinion, and to do it well, but we'll give it a go, and hopefully you guys will try it, and hopefully you'll enjoy it. Okay, so let's get on with it. Okay, so to make our omelette, we need a non-stick pan. It's the only time really I use non-stick pans. That's to cook eggs, because eggs stick like crazy. But if you don't have a non-stick pan, then just do the best you can with whatever pan you do have. Right, so to this we want to add a healthy knob of butter. It's probably about 20 grams there, I'd say, approximately. Now if you're using salted butter, then all you need is the tiniest pinch of salt in your eggs, and that's just to help break down the proteins. If you're using unsalted butter though, then a decent pinch so that you can season the eggs. So here are my eggs. I've beaten them and they're completely runny. There's no gooiness to it or gloopiness to it. It's like liquid. And then just a small pinch of salt, which I'll work in just to break down the proteins. Okay, with our butter having completely melted now, and the stove being on the very lowest setting, we can now pour our eggs in. And what you want to do is start working those eggs. I know it seems like we're making scrambled eggs here or something, but we're not. Keep working those eggs. As you can see now, this mixture is starting to thicken. Remember to keep your heat on low. If it's too hot, this will happen far too quickly that you won't be able to keep up, and then what you'll have is just one huge overcooked mass. Now just as this is starting to set, as you can see, it's still a little bit runny, which is okay, but just keep working it. And what you can do is to start spreading it around. Wherever you see a spare gap on the pan, just fill it up. Now it's at this point You can grate some cheese in here. You can add some ham, some pre-cooked mushrooms if you've pan-fried some mushrooms in a dry pan, toasted them. You can add that. You can add anything you like now at this point. Just as the omelette is coming together. I just want to help it off the edges. Okay, now with a wide spatula, get under the omelette and start to flip and roll. Flip and roll. Just flip and roll, just like this. When you get near to the end, just get underneath it and bring this back a little bit. And then flip and roll again, so that is our final layer with the seam underneath. And we get our plate and just roll the omelette straight onto a plate. Okay, once your omelette is ready, just another little knob of butter, because it should still be quite hot, and just go over the top like this. See how it just melts over the omelette. Gives it a nice sheen, a nice coat. And then all we've got to do is sprinkle on just a little bit of chives. And for me, just a little bit of black pepper. Okay, so let's see what this looks like. As you can see, it has no color. It's just yellow uniformly. There's no brown spotting or whatever. The egg hasn't been overcooked, so it should be velvety. It should even be a little bit gooey on the inside, giving us that lovely flavor that we all like from our yolks, for example. So if I just cut that open there, see how that's all gooey there and delicious. All right, let's give that a go. That is pretty good, actually. That is pretty good. Now, is it the best? No. I can tell you I've done better myself, but it's still so good. And like I said, just grate some cheese in there, put some ham, mushrooms, whatever you want, and it'll be absolutely great. And one of the methods I like to do is just to make a little bechamel sauce, add the cheese into my bechamel, toast off some mushrooms, and I make this cheesy, creamy bechamel omelette. It's absolutely delicious. I hope you give it a go, and I hope you enjoy. Thank you for watching.